to a future podcast talking about the road to launch. How you doing, Lockie?
Good, thanks. Welcome to the first day of spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1st September here in Brisbane.
I love this time of year.
2022. Beautiful weather. And welcome to our new studio podcast.
Yeah. I got a spring joke for you.
Go on.
How does the bee comb his hair?
I don't know.
With a honeycomb.
With a honeycomb. Ba-da-ching.
That's my
I
dad
think we
joke.
do have a sound effect for like a,
Yeah, we need to add that in.
a bad joke on this desk. But hey, we're in a new studio.
Yeah.
We've got a couple things going on. So yeah, pretty cool, hey?
Yeah.
I love this place.
So we just had our first gathering on the
We did?
weekend. It was great.
It was awesome.
Great to meet up with the team. And we had most of our key team in this gathering. And we're going to do more of these gatherings, right? More
Yeah,
public
we are.
public interest gatherings. So I'll talk about that a little bit. And we're going to keep getting the key team together more. Hey, so we're going to talk about that as well.
So yeah, road to launch is kind of like where we're at right now. Is that rollout towards launching our church, and so part of that is doing interest gatherings, which is kind of like our way of saying, come and meet the team. It's a chance for people to look into, I guess, just a little bit behind the scenes here. You know, meet some of our people and sort of hear about the vision of the church and sort of get some free food and do that. So yeah, we had our first one on last Sunday, which was great. We had people there in the room. We used a friend's church, which is a cafe, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it's good.
So we love that because we love food and coffee and all that good stuff. But also we had, just a chance to mingle, get to know people, and hear about some of the vision. So we had people in the room, and then we had also people just zooming in as well. So kind of a people who are not yet in the city who are coming in.
Friends from
jumped
Japan,
in.
and they jumped in. It was nice. It was just nice to be with everyone and
So
really
good.
start to get that team together in person all at once. We've been meeting up all in different small groups, but just to bring everyone together was really powerful. It was a special moment, I think. And this is just the start now.
Yeah.
But it was
I don't
really
know about
cool.
you, but I kind of felt like it was getting real once we were together. I was like, okay, this is a real church. This is a real team. So definitely a special moment. One of the funniest moments there was like I was sharing the sort of, I don't know, just like some vision and stuff like that. And one of the things we're talking about is we love young people.
Yep.
And, you know, like everyone's kind of new in the room, like everyone's new together. So it's just like everyone's kind of feeling each other out, you know, so it can, like, you know, when you go to a party but no one knows each other, it's kind of like you just take some time to, you know, smooth into it. And it's a little bit awkward at times when someone just starts talking. And then talk about breaking the ice. My son walks past me, like behind me as I'm speaking to the two people, and comes back out of the bathroom and then knocks over this huge vase full of flowers and just knocks it over onto the floor. And then it's
Concrete
like in
floor.
slow motion.
It
right?
was slow motion. He clipped this flower and I thought, oh, here we go. And I'm just watching it slowly. And I think everyone just got
Dude, it was so funny.
It was
and,
great.
And then just shattered all over the floor. And I'm just like, oh my
you were just
gosh.
talking about, you know, when you start a church plant, there's all these unique moments that you never
Yes.
forget.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what will that be that moment today? You know, that
Today.
we'll remember.
My boy, Hugo, smashing glass all over the floor in front of everybody, like a big vase.
It was great.
I felt so bad. And, you know, I will have to buy them a new vase.
Yeah.
But definitely creating memories
Sorry,
at
James.
the interest gathering. So
Oh, it was good. Talk about breaking the ice. Yeah.
breaking the ice, all right.
It was
and
fun.
actually it was funny because
It was,
people just like loosened up so much after that. Everyone had a good laugh and like no one was hurt, so it was fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just kind of broke all the ice and so just really cool interest gatherings it's a great chance to share the vision, bring people into a chilled environment. It's more of a cafe vibe rather than like a service or something like that. So we're going to be doing that every month.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interest gatherings every month. And the next one will invite more people in and just anyone who's interested in joining the church. If you're watching us right now, listening to us, we'll be meeting up again in East Brisbane. It'll be a Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
And we're going to aim to do that every month.
Yes.
From here on out. And then on the fortnights in between, we're going to be getting the key team together
Yeah, well, I guess like
so what's that about?
To me, like I, when I think about team, I think about like an ever expanding team. Like we're always welcoming new people into it. And especially on a launch team, it's really I love that word launch team because it's kind of like everyone's just in, everyone's serving, everyone's helping. Not really worried about like titles or positions at this stage because like we're just making this happen.
Yeah.
And then we will work that out along the way as we get to know each other and see, where's people's gifting and skills and I guess like, their heart for God and whatever else. So what we're doing with our launch team is just like meeting fortnightly, and they're really for people who have said, yeah, I'm going to make this my church. I'm going to sow into this team and we're going to go on this road to launch together. So I guess if you think about digital, it's kind of like window shopping. Like what you're seeing right now, it's kind of like a chance for you to see like window shop, like what are these guys about? You see an Instagram feed, you like get a feel for just the vibe of the place and see, is that a match? That's a lot of social media, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got interest gatherings, which are kind of like going into the shop, trying on some clothes, looking around. And then you've got the launch team, concept, which is like,
help us pack the clothes.
No, actually, this clothes fit.
Yeah.
I want to wear this.
I love that. Good analogy.
I want to carry this. So that's kind of where we're up to. So we're doing that fortnightly. And in that, we are doing things like, planning for our events, really talking a lot about, the kind of church we want to build.
Yeah.
Following Jesus, the kind of people we want to become like Jesus. So some of those key values around the gospel and how do we live that out within our church community? So that's some of the big things that we're doing right now.
I love that. And just taking that time to set the culture, create the culture together. Yeah. So when we get to the point of doing public gatherings, we've got that culture there,
right.
And I think with anything, communication is key. So we need lots of communication. There's lots of moving parts setting up this church. So just meeting regularly is going to be great for the team to be across everything that's happening. I love the way that you've been communicating with the team very openly about these are the decisions we're thinking of. What do you guys think?
Yep.
I think that process has been really good. So,
well, I've seen like, leadership where it's like a leader makes a lot of decisions and then informs the team and the team execute.
Yeah.
To me, that's not like Gen Z is a good example of that's not the way we want to lead. We want to lead through collaboration. We want to be part of the process. We want to include people in the process. It doesn't mean you abdicate leadership. Like I'm still going to lead.
Yeah.
But it's just a different style of leadership where we actually try to include more people in the process. And through doing that, I just feel like there's a lot more sense of unity and just joy along the process of like, I'm part of this.
Yeah.
I'm not just a spectator.
Yeah, I love that. You get great feedback too. Right. We've got so many great people on our team.
Yeah.
Guys with wealth of wisdom like Peter, just so many great guys. You can tap into that awesome feedback and that experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think leaders need more feedback, now than ever. And, I've never been the kind of leader who thinks I know everything. So just, do what I say. I want to be collaborative and empower people to actually lead in their strengths. So that's just kind of been my leadership style from for a long time. And I feel like that's it's been working well here. Just great people around us, like pastors. We don't have to be everything.
Yeah.
But what we do need to do is build a great team.
Yeah.
Of just a wide variety of people who are sewing in. So we've got like some people in their 70s on team who are bringing some wisdom and are so encouraging to young people.
Yeah.
And then we've got some really young people on team who are just like energy, going forwards, doing amazing stuff.
Even Hugo on Vars team.
Absolutely. Hugo's on
flower team.
Well, he's about to be on cleanup team. That's what he's about to be. I love the diversity of that.
Yeah.
It's really special.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. What else when we meet up, key team, what else are we going to be unpacking in the weeks to come?
So we've got our launch team. We've also got outreaches happening.
Yeah.
So for us, like we do a lot of digital outreach. like this is probably the most church thing that we do.
Yep.
In terms of like digital, this is probably the most thing that we do. Like we don't even have a preaching podcast.
No.
And I think that's kind of by design, because we're trying to do stuff that fits the format of digital. And I just feel like this is this conversational style fits digital really well. So this is the most, I guess, thing that we're doing. Other things that we're doing digitally are like really, really outreach focused.
Yeah.
For the new person. So things like what you're doing, trying to create some really hyper local communities around digital content. So you've got your, is it Exploring or
Discover Younger?
Discover Younger.
Yep.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah. Well, I got that idea of Azumi. She's been doing different communities and been reaching people through that, which is great.
Yep.
It does work. Hey, I've noticed it even just recently, just connecting more people together through small communities. And that's very much Brisbane. It's very much each suburb has its own community.
Right.
And the best way to engage people is digital and bring them into relationship. And you find you actually run into people at the cafe, at the shops. And it's just a great way to bring people from digital to offline relationships.
Yeah.
And so, we're looking at using platforms like social media, podcasts, videos, leading into events where we can actually meet people face to face. Because that's what people want. Wouldn't it be cool
if you guys did something like a street party or a block party or a suburb party in your street somewhere?
We have done street parties, but not with just in general. Our street's always a party.
Right.
But yeah, it would be awesome. Yeah. We're working towards that. Yeah.
I think that would be great. Like talking about like how do you take that digital, what you're doing there digitally with, how do you make it into community? Well, it's like building events around that digital community. And one of the ways you can do that is by making it hyper local, the content hyper local. So your content is all about basically your street, your very small area.
Yeah.
So like you don't need 1 million followers. You need a few hundred followers.
Yeah.
But people who are actually there and care about that area.
Yeah.
Who are keen to get together and do stuff. So and that's what we're working towards. So that's one example of just many things that we're doing, including podcasts for hyperlocal, Instagram, even newsletters, this is such a funny idea, but like starting a newsletter for like how-tos in Brisbane and maybe more specifically around even more niche things than that.
Okay.
So people can sign up for that. We can even run ads to promote that. But really the end goal is to meet up with those people. Just to do events around those things with those people and to be able to build relationships with people. So
and those events could be at the church.
Could be at the church. Sponsored by
the church.
Sponsored by this church event.
And the key team is at the event. So the people are engaging.
Our launch team will be there.
They're engaging with church people.
The people
awesome.
Around church are going to be there. So it's just like, it's organic in that it's very relational, but it's also just strategic.
Yeah.
So I guess that's some of the things that we're trying to do right now while we're in this launch stage is just meet as many great people as we can and give people an opportunity to see this community and maybe jump into it.
Yeah, I love that. It's great.
So that's what we're up to.
Yeah.
So thanks guys for checking out today. I think that's probably where we're up to.
I think so. I think next time we'll chat about the building and
some pretty exciting things happening with buildings. We're learning a lot, making some mistakes and also learning a lot. So keen to talk about buildings.
Yeah, next time.
Amazing.
All right. Until then, thanks guys.
Have a great week guys. See ya.
See ya.